You were talking about Bruce Prichard there for a bit. What was the rest of your contact with Bruce like overall?
Bruce is an interesting person. Bruce always made it seem like he was out for your best interests. He was always your friend, but then you would hear things that, he did a certain thing in a meeting, or I could never fully tell where Bruce was coming from. I was always kind of very wary of him in a lot of ways. I think he was a good guy, but he was also he was like all the rest of those office guys. They were all yes men. I'll just go ahead and say it. That's what they were. They were yes men. And I think, he was one of them. Patterson, all those guys. They were the same.
And speaking of Patterson, you said that you thought he had something personal against you because he would always make jokes when you showed up at TV and you weren't on the card.
Yeah, like during that long period of time where they were not putting me on TV at all. He's involved in the production meeting. He knows what's going on, who's on the card, who's on TV that night, and there were many times, numerous times, where Pat Patterson would come up to me because I'd be sitting like on a TV box or something, just kind of twiddling my thumbs, or I would be watching the monitor of the matches going on, or I'd go watch monitors of people doing interviews. I would do something, try to do something productive, even though I wasn't wrestling. And he would come up and he'd say, "Duke, what's wrong? What's wrong with you, buddy? You mean you're not wrestling again?" He would say that shit to me. And I would do my best not to sell it because I know he wanted to get a reaction out of me like I was pissed off or something. I said, "No, what are you talking about?" And no sell it. But he would constantly do stuff like that. He would say things like that to me at TVs where I wasn't on TV to try to get a reaction out of me. And I just thought that was kind of a shitty move, actually.